guys, welcome back to Nascent Tutelage. This is the home of comprehensive lessons. In today's video, we're going to be looking at how we can create a table of content for a Word document. So you have a research project, you have a document that you want to create a table of content for it. You don't have to be doing it manually. There are automatic ways that you can do that easily on Word document or Microsoft Word. And that's exactly what we are going to be doing today. But before we start with the video, please don't forget to show your support by subscribing to the channel and sharing it with others as well. So I have my Word document opened. It's actually a research on youth unemployment in Ghana. So first of all, you also have to open your Word document, and then what you have to do next is go to a page where you want to insert your table of content. So as you can see, I don't have a dedicated page for the table of content. Okay, so what you want to do is that you need to select a page or a portion that you want to insert your table of content. So for instance, I want my table of content to come right after my abstract. Okay, so I'll just put my cursor after my abstract. Then you go to references on the ribbon. So once you click on references, you select the first option, which says table of content. Now there are different options for the table of content. The best option for you to choose is the second option. Why? Because it is automatic. It will help you to update the table of content once you make any changes to your work without having to start all over again. Okay, so we choose the second option. So just select that option. Now you realize that once we selected it, says that it is giving an error message or a disclaimer. So just click on OK. The reason for this error message is that we've not selected the portion of our work that we want it to be the headers. That's why there is nothing in the table of content. So the next thing you want to do is to select your headers. Which portion of your work do you want it to be the main header, and which portion of the work do you want it to be the subheaders? So obviously, you would want your chapter 1 introduction to be a main header, and then the subsections, which are introduction, background, problem statement, and so on, should be the subheaders. Okay, so what you want to do is that you select your main headers, okay, or the portion of the work that you want to be the main headers. So for instance, we want the chapter 1, so select it. Once you select it, you will see the option for you to format. The option they are going to select is styles. Now, if you don't see this option after selecting it, you can just go to the home option on the ribbon page. Okay, then you see the formatting options right there. Okay, then you click on the arrow that shows down. And now what we are going to do is that we're going to make this a header. The first header, which is header 1. So make this header 1. Okay, make it header 1. Now once you make a header, you see this diagonal arrow showing right by it, indicating that it is going to be part of the table of contents. Don't worry about the color, we'll change that afterwards. So now let's go back to let's go to the next option, which is chapter 2. We want this to be header 1 as well. So you just select it, then you make it header 1. So this is also header 1. Then you repeat the same process for the rest of your chapters. So I have successfully made all my chapters the main headers. So chapter 5, I've made it header 1. Same for chapter 4, 3, 2, and so on. But it is not well aligned, so I'll just align it, center align. Do same for this one, center align it. Okay. once we've made it the main headers, let's go back to our table of content. So there we have it. Once you click on the table of content, then you go to, or you select update table. So select update table. What do you see? So you do realize that we have all our main headers over here. So chapter 1 properly labeled, same for chapter 3, 4, and 5. Okay, now that we have this done, we now have to select our subheaders. So when you come to chapter 1, the introduction, the background, and all these portions are going to be our subheaders. So you select them, then you make them header 2 under your styles. Okay, so select header 2, then you repeat the same process for the rest of your subheaders. So as you can see, I have successfully made all my subheaders header 2. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is to go back and then update your table of content. So like we did previously, you just come to your table of content, then you select it, then you select the option update table. Now what you do is that you would update the entire table, not just the page number. So choose the second option, which says that update the entire table. Then you click OK, and just like that you have your table of contents neatly done. Now the amazing thing about this option of table of content you've chosen is that once you make any changes to your headers, so like we did earlier, the main headers are header 1, then the subheaders are header 2. And once you make any changes to any of them and you go back and update the table, it would automatically reflect. So for instance, let's change the introduction to introduce. Now once we go and update the table, you will see that it has changed from introduction to introduce. So that's the amazing thing about this. You don't have to be doing everything manually. Now we are done with the table of content, but the color formatting has to be changed, or it has to go back to the black option. So you need to select the whole document and just click Ctrl A, and then you type the Times New Roman. The font type should be 12. Then you change the color option to black automatic. Just like that, you have your work neatly done. The only problem is that you now have this in normal. It will not be in bold, so you just have to bolden it. And just like that, you have your work neatly done with the table of content intact. So that's just about how you go about the table